The U, Pre-College Development Academy.
Are you ready?
Welcome to PCDA TV. I'm your host, Robbie Carroll. Today's special, the Olympic qualifiers. We have some special guests today. CEO of PCDA, Ryan Hodgson. Head coach of PCDA Arizona, Andy Williams.
Hi.
Afternoon, chaps. How are you?
Not bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. Ryan, how's it going, mate?
Yeah, it's good. I'm excited. Rob, you look absolutely dapper, my friend.
Thank you. I took some advice from my style guru, that Mr. Andy Williams. He told me I need to create my own identity, and then about 20 minutes later, Mr. Ryan Hodgson said I needed to do the same. And then after that, I was told by my family I needed to do the same, and then my wife said, "You're going to look an idiot."
Well,
So here I am.
They are the truthful ones in our relationships, aren't they? They don't lie.
Yeah, well, that's it. And, you know, behind every great man is a woman or wife rolling her eyes.
That is true. You know, I tried to watch Peaky Blinders, mate, and I couldn't get past the first episode. And that's how you take my English card from me. I can't get past the first episode. Andy, you agree?
Yeah. No, it's. I rewatched it twice already.
Really?
It is. Yeah.
I couldn't get past the first episode.
All right. Well, season right now.
But here's the problem, Andy, with Ryan right now. He's not even seen Ted Lasso yet. So what does he know about television?
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Well, you know, yeah. I mean, like I said to Matt last night, you know, sometimes you just need to turn off from the game. And I was watching, truth be told, the last blockbuster on Netflix, which, by the way, I know you shake your head. It very nostalgic, right? Going into a blockbuster shop, looking for a DVD or a video.
Oh, there's only one left in the world, right?
And that's Bend, Oregon. Trivia question.
All right.
There you go.
Where's the last blockbuster? Well, I'm not going to lie, we've got our own blockbuster in the making today. It's an announcement to very special people. We're going to cut to a video, and then we're going to introduce two special lads who are joining Pre-College Development Academy. We'll be right back.
The U, Pre-College Development Academy.
Are you ready?
What's that? How are
There
you
you
guys?
are, chaps. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the team.
Thanks. Yeah, that was kind of a rough photo I had up there, but I'm gonna let it. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll get you a new headshot when you come onto the academy.
Yeah, just use a filter next time.
We don't do filters.
Well, apparently you guys are big on Snapchat, so you've got all those filters, right?
We do got filters, but yeah, we don't need
Yeah.
it. We don't
You
use
guys
it.
are in sunny San Diego.
What'd you say?
I said you're in sunny San Diego.
Sunny San Diego. We got the sun as our filter. We call it Dago.
Dago, right? Yeah.
Dago over here.
So you guys have made the wise decision to join PCDA in Arizona with Coach Andy Bomma Williams, right?
We did.
So,
We have.
I got some questions for you, and I'll let Andy jump in as well, right? But being the first pioneers to join this program, you said to me when we first met, where was this program 2 years ago? Right? So, Luis, question for you. Why would you say, where was this program 2 years ago?
Honestly, not just academically, but from a physical like prospect of it. Wasn't necessarily like the biggest player. I was probably like 5'9" coming out of high school. So, and now I'm like 6'1", 6 foot. So honestly, if I had this before and good coaching and everything, probably would have helped me develop a lot more as a player to make it to the next level.
So just put it into perspective, rewind. You graduated high school last May.
In 2019.
In 2019.
Yeah.
So So it's a little over a year ago. So it took you how long for that growth spurt?
Honestly, like
probably like at least another year.
Yeah, at least another year.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I've coached college, and Andy's played college, and obviously we all know Andy's background. And it's different from a professional to a collegiate comparison.
Definitely.
But both elements, both college and pro, are looking for the finished product coming out of high school, right?
Yeah, and like the speed of play it keeps going up, and that was probably one of our biggest things when we went to college our freshman year. That speed of play was crazy.
Yeah. Oliver, what's your thoughts? Where was this program 2 years ago?
I think just to have like more consistent like trainings and practice would have been like a lot better, because we didn't really have like the best coaching, like honestly. We would only train like 3 times a day with like our club team. So to be able to train every day and be more consistent, have more games, that would have developed us a lot more as well.
Yeah, for sure. And that's not an attack on the coach per se. It's an attack on the environment where you're not a full-time player, right? They have their lives, unless they're a full-time coach. But, if you're a director of coaching of a club, you're not just employed to coach one group of players, are you? You're employed to coach the whole group. So their time, their resources are spread across the whole club, rather than just coaching Luis and Oliver.
Exactly.
And that's why you're not allowed, but you only get 3 days a week in the club system. High school is a little bit different because that's a mix of everybody, and the pros and cons to high school. And I really support the high school model. I think from a social environment to a responsibility leadership environment, I think it's really good. And so, Andy, when you look at kids coming out of high school or even the pros, right? College, going to pros, this program for like Luis and Oliver, to give them an extra 1 to 2 years. And Luis and Oliver are a little bit different because they're playing catch up, right? And I mentioned this in one of our other meetings, videos that you guys might have saw, actually. I did reference you. Giving them an extra chance, a second chance to further their education, but football-wise. Andy, what have you seen coming out of the collegiate game that players don't have to make it to the next level?
Well, like Luis said earlier, speed of play, that's the number one thing. Like, even with our academy that we had here in Real Salt Lake, when those kids came up to play with the first team or the academy team with the USL team, they're like deer in headlights, and it takes them a while to catch up. And sometimes coaches just like give up on them. Like, all right, he didn't do well in this practice, so I won't have him again in the next practice. Well, so this is different and much better for them, instead of just, like you said, three days a week is just not enough for somebody.
I was talking to an MLS Academy player today, right? U19, a U19 doesn't have one offer on the table, not one. And the reason is he needs a little bit more time to develop. He's a good player now, but professional clubs, Luis and Oliver, colleges, they look for the finished product now. That they look for players that are going to come in and compete immediately.
Yeah.
There are not many MLS clubs that will say, oh, it's not the finished product, but there's a professional contract. We hope you'll develop. And on the flip side to the collegiate game, there are not many college coaches that will say, I'm going to recruit you on money, on a scholarship. I'm going to redshirt you because you're not going to fit immediately. That just doesn't happen. College coaches need to win now. Pro clubs need to win now.
Yeah.
Academies need to win now because they need to build their brand to attract the best players. I don't think there's any fault. That's not a false narrative, is it?
No, it's the truth. Yeah.
Right. So, Oliver, tell us about your career. Let's go with Oliver first. Who did you play for as a youth player? This is all about you.
Okay, as a youth player, I played for the club Storm, and actually I started at the U12, and I've never actually played soccer before. I went to my first competitive tryout. My dad just came. He's like, "Do you guys want to play soccer?" Because he's always played soccer, and we've always just watched him play. So we're like, "Yeah, we'll give it a shot." We didn't even have cleats. We didn't own shin guards. We didn't even have any of that. So right before the tryout, we went to Big Five, just bought the cheapest things we could buy, and then we put it to the tryout and just hoped for our best luck. We ended up making the lowest team in the club, and our first practice with that team, we saw that we actually did love the game and we really did want to develop. So we talked to our dad, and we ended up going an hour before practice, every single practice, to work on technical stuff. And then we stayed an extra 30 minutes after every practice to do extra conditioning, and which was really nice. And we did that for the entire year. And then we had plans to move up one level, but we actually ended up moving two levels in the club. So then we ended up on the team, which was called Blue. And on Blue, we continued training. And we eventually we stayed there for 2 years, and then we progressed, and then we moved up another 2 levels to the second best team in the club, which was Royal. And we kept doing good there. So then eventually we got offered to the ODP program, which is the Olympic Development Program. And we ended up going to play there for during season as well. We played there. We both made top 5 in Colorado for that team, and we got offered to the region team to represent the region. We made the top 30 pool list there, and then that's pretty much what happened there. And then from there, we continued playing for Royal, and we got offered to play for the academy and ECNL level. Yeah, which was a very big step for us, from starting from the very bottom, then going up all the way to the ECNL and the academy, and within a 5-year span. So,
but for that, we chose to play for the ECNL instead of the DA team, because for DA you can't play high school soccer, and we actually enjoyed our high school soccer, all that, and we wanted to get our 4-year letters in soccer, so we got our 4-year letterman in soccer.
And that was the Rapids. You went over to the Rapids.
Storm.
Real.
Yeah, Storm just changed their club name to Rapids because they got bought by Rapids. Yeah. But we switched over to Real before
our U19. For our last year of club.
Yeah. So you went from Storm, because I know Colorado quite well. I was a DOC at Pride, right, in the Springs. So I know Real very well. Probably, in my opinion, the best club in Colorado.
I agree.
We were saying that we wish we probably would have went to Real before. Nothing against Storm, but the coaching was a lot. We practiced a lot more. The coaching was a lot more intense. Our coach for Real AC now he's the D1 coach at University of Florida. So the coaching was always, and the games were always high pace. Technically, that's what we were really good at in Real.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so you went from, and I didn't know that actually, you went from never playing at U12 to not having any gear, in 5 years making top 30 regional pool, ODP, and then playing for one of the best clubs in Colorado. Then you were recruited by a Division II school.
Yeah, we were.
Right? You played. You were there for a semester.
Yeah, we were there for a full year.
Or a full year. And then you went over to San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Andy, bringing these guys in, we've seen their level of development, right? I mean, over 5 years. You guys understand the concept of development now because you've gone through it.
It's definitely your work ethic is definitely probably the most important.
Yeah,
Like,
you
yeah,
can see it from U12 when they going practicing 1 hour before and then 30 minutes after. It's how the work you put in is what you get out. So
Exactly.
Especially starting so late.
yeah, and same thing in the pros. Eventually you have to work on everything, like your footwork, your speed, your strength and conditioning, and you keep working on that. You just, like you said, level up.
How do you think, Oliver, how do you think 16 hours a week on the pitch, or Luis, one of the two, you can jump in. How do you think 16 hours a week of pure training, right? So Monday through Friday, technical training.
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we double up on sessions, right? We go in the afternoon to work on the tactical application of the trimester, right? Remember the trimesters that we're working in? 16 hours a week of pure training, and then 10 hours in the gym working on sports performance.
Yeah.
Where do you think your next level is?
Hopefully as high as we can go, honestly. Hopefully we want, our goal is like USL or something like that, but we'll see how far we can take it. That's just our goal. And if anything, we're excited to do school again and all that.
So
Like
school,
yeah.
That's the important element of all this, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, we're getting you back in school. We're going to get you on track to get your bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
Right? And then after a year or 2 years, one of the two, with a pre-college DA, then you're going to obviously go to your next level. And your next level, now we've got some work to do, because we have to design your next level.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you remember how we had that conversation?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
We talked about our academics and what we need to do to get our associate's degree in order to go to our next level.
Yeah. So before you even step foot in the academy, right, your next level, your exit strategy will already be developed. Right. So, for example, you're going to come to us and you're going to have a list of 10 ideal schools.
Yeah.
You'll have a list of 10 realistic schools. You'll have a list of 10 backup schools. And then you might have USL as a goal, right?
Yeah.
So what we do now, with your help, you'll go to all of these 30 schools, and you will reach out to the coaches and you say, Coach, my name is Luis, my name is Oliver. I'm a number 10. I've entered the pre-college DA for 1 to 2 years. You are on my ideal school as my top 10. I want to play for you when I get my associate's degree. Okay. And I'm a number 7, or I'm a number 11, or I'm a number 9, or number 10, whatever it is, right? Would you mind sharing with me the metrics of your current number 7 or 11 or 9? Metrics such as height, weight, right? Technical ability. Metrics such as workload in practice in a game, average distance covered. Do they understand your system of play? Yeah. We take all of that information and put that into your portfolio, right? Yeah. Then we build the plan around your next level. So we know where you need to be, and your plan on the pitch and off the pitch and in the classroom is there. Monthly reports that we will give you to send to your next level coach. So over the course of a year, those coaches will get monthly reports on your performance, both in the classroom and on the pitch.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, right. And then
really ask for more.
What's that?
I said you can't really ask for more.
No, you've just got to turn up and put the work in, and we will help you get to your next level, right? And then from USL, we'll know baseline metrics of where those players are at anyway.
Yeah.
Right? Andy knows, I know, other people know what it takes to be a competitive USL player, right?
Yeah. And
we've absolutely no promises whatsoever on any of it. But if you develop, we can open up the doors, and they can open up the doors, right? And it's up to you to perform, right? Yep. So I know Robbie, who'll jump in a second, went and played in Scandinavia, and he's got a really good history and story of playing over there. He had one of a former head coach of Östersunds on the show last week, Ian Birchnell. So he's got some really good insight.
That's awesome.
So when you come to the academy, right? You look at technical tactic. Well, let me ask you this. Let's go Luis first. What's your favorite system?
Like formation-wise, or what are you
Yeah.
Formation, yeah.
probably like a 4-3-3.
Why is that?
Well, I like to play on like the wing, sort of like a 7 or 11, and I think it's nice to have 3 up top instead of just 2 or just 1.
Yeah.
We're very attacking minded, so like it helps us out.
Well, there's 2 sides to the ball, though, isn't there? Well, you would say there's 3 sides to the ball, right?
Yeah.
You've got attacking, defending, and in transition, right?
Yeah.
There's Robbie. What about you?
Goalkeeping, there's 4 sides of the ball.
Get that
4
goalkeeper.
4 sides.
Well, don't forget the 1-4-3-3.
You.
Right?
1-4-3-3, got it.
Yeah. Andy,
that's
what's
what
your favorite system?
3-5-2.
3-5-2.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Pack that midfield.
No, with attacking fullbacks. Like I like attacking a lot. So
Awesome.
3 defending and everybody else is 4.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's the most best formation I think I ever produced, like my career. So
Yeah, I like the 3-4-1-2.
okay.
3-4-1-2. Right?
Mhm.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that later.
It's like,
Robbie, what's your favorite system when you're not dealing a deck of cards?
Blackjack. I like 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of the 2 defensive mids shielding my back 4. That's just me as a goalkeeper, because it allows my right back and left back to bomb on, which for me as a goalkeeper, if I came out and took a cross, my quick distribution out to a right back or left back, as soon as I've got the ball, they knew to be going, which allows us to counter pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Luis Oliver, do you know the traditional football numbers on the pitch?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Number 2.
left back, I want to say. Right back.
Right back, right?
Right back.
Other side. Yeah. Number 3.
Center back.
No.
Left back?
Yep. 4 and 5.
So we never learned like the defensive ones.
Yeah.
I got 7,
We don't
11,
need to defend.
9, 8, 6. I got that up.
Yeah. Just forget about the first 2 lines of the formation, right?
A 5. You got that one.
Yeah. The tricky one is the 3-5-2, knowing where those numbers fit into the 3-5-2, right? Because the 7 and 11 are messed up, and the 6 and 8, and the 8 and the 9 and the 10 are up there. But well, that's some of the things that you'll learn in these in the trimesters, right?
That's gonna be
To
awesome.
literally pick up the phone to your next level coach and say, "Coach, I understand the number 7 in a 4-3-3 and a 4-4-2, and here's my metric to support my knowledge," which is really cool.
Yeah.
So arrival date, August 8th is when the academy starts, right?
Oh,
Yeah. That's when all the testing begins. So you'll get your pre-season plan probably about 6 to 8 weeks out from arrival date, right? And then you've got to come in the best shape of your life.
Yeah.
We've been training already. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you have to do-
I don't want to do any fitness either. So make sure you guys go out ready.
Yeah,
We will be.
Isn't it a waste of time, Rob, Andy, that coaches have to worry about fitness during practice times?
Yeah, especially on a break. Players coming back from vacation or brand new season starting, it takes away from the product on field. You have to put time in your sessions for getting players fit. So hopefully everybody that signs up will come in pretty decent. Right?
Yeah, my last college, I wouldn't let the guys touch the ball until they passed a fitness test from day one. If they couldn't pass it, they wouldn't touch a ball.
That's what we had to do in our first college as well.
Is that right? You couldn't touch the ball until you passed it. What? Do you remember?
What'd you say?
Do you remember what fitness test it was?
Yeah, we had to do I don't want to say a pace. It was like a sprinting kind of.
It was kind of like a pacer.
Beat test.
It was weird, yeah.
Like the yo-yo.
Kind of, but we didn't get like super high. It was weird. Yeah.
Yeah, we did the Man United fitness test, Rob. Right, and you know what that is? There's 15 levels, right? Levels 1 through 10, it's a 120-yard sprint or 120-yard workout. So length of the pitch. Level 1 through 10, you've got to sprint in 20 seconds, get back in 40 seconds, minute rest. That's level 1. Level 2 is the same. All the way up to level 10 is the same. So 10 levels, down in 20, back in 40. Level 11, you take a second off where you add a second. You're down in 19, back in 41.
Yeah.
Level 12, down in 18, back in 42, down in 17, back in 43, all the way down in 15, back in 45, all with a minute rest. You want to gauge your fitness, chaps? Get out there and try and do that.
I'll tell you. I mean, we did a lot of 120s, if you guys know what that is. Like,
Yeah.
sprint the whole field and then get back, and whatever time you have left from the 120, do it again. We had to do like 20 times all the time.
Yeah. Rob, keepers never did fitness training, did you?
Depends. My college, it was the first time I'd ever had to run over 2 miles for soccer practice before I even touched the ball. And obviously, training at the level I trained at before coming out to the US, my body was like, trained to be fast twitch. And then all of a sudden I'm having to run distance. My body couldn't handle it. And then my goalkeeper coach in Norway for the first team I played for was an absolute nutcase. So he had us run 2 miles to a mountain, run up the mountain, run back down the mountain, and then do a goalkeeper session after that. So we did that 5 or 6 times until I went missing on the mountain one time. But it wasn't because I wanted to drop out. It's because I had to throw up so bad. So
We've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there.
sometimes.
Yeah. You put the work in ahead of time, it's easy.
Exactly. Easier.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know we're excited to have you guys, right? I know Andy's itching to get on the pitch, right? We're itching to open up this facility in Arizona, right? By the way, what a facility that is.
We're excited for that. After seeing that, we're super excited for that.
Yeah, we're christening the new stadium, new fields, everything. Yeah,
No excuses. No excuses.
No excuses. No more.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The doors are open for you chaps. You've got to walk through it now, I guess. That's probably the best way to say it. The opportunities are out there. You've just got to grab on with both hands and not let go.
Yep, time to flip the switch and get into it.
Right. That's right. So, Ryan, are you good, mate?
Yeah. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, chaps. We're excited to have you.
Well, that was Luis and Oliver joining PCDA or Pre-College Development Academy in Arizona with head coach Andy Williams. Andy, thanks for joining us, mate. It's a pleasure as always. And thank you for the style advice. It helps me hide the balding, the receding hairline. So I'm happy with that.
You gotta change
Always a pleasure
this
to have you, mate.
what's the older brother? What's his name? From
By Order of the Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah.
Goodness gracious, what is his name?
I lost it too.
Gone now. There's Tommy and nope, it's gone. It's gone. Probably bring it up the next show.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Blockbuster. Stop watching bloody Blockbuster and get Ted Lasso on, lad.
I'll turn it on.
All right.
So, well, thanks for joining us, lads. It's been a blast, and can't wait to have you on the show again.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks, coach.
That was Ryan Hodgson, Andy Bomma Williams, and Luis and Oliver Mercado, new players at Pre-College Development Academy, Arizona. They have joined the inaugural squad for Pre-College DA, Generation U, #Gen U. This is Robbie Carroll, PCDA TV. Have a good evening.
The U, Pre-College Development Academy.
You